it's picking up that it's moving. So just see.
All right.
Yeah, now it's
Okay, so now we're going.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
All right, so now you can do your start stuff.
Did you already do the intro? Okay. Welcome, everybody. Tonight, it's final game on Ring 5 between CNL Excavating in the white and Nordic Stars in the green. We have a 9:15 estimated ball drop. Should be an offensive scoring game. Lots of Nordic Stars averaged over 3.5 goals per game in league, and CNL, who is the defending national and North American championships from 2018. CNL wins the faceoff. Back to Rhodey, passes it across to turnover there. It's neutral zone. Sticks and Stones go ahead and dump it, or excuse me, Nordic Stars go ahead and dump it, and Rhodey now with it. Takes a look. Max Johnson, the captain, will take it down the right side and is able to tuck that in near post. Just beats the goalie's left leg, and that's one that when you got a shooter like Max, there's not a lot of goalies that are gonna be able to stop him point blank. Goalie's left leg, and that's one that. Sticks and Stones now with the offensive possession. See what they can do with a little bit of time in their zone. Off the glove of Kurt Nelson, his teammate comes up with it. Fortunately, they're not able to do much with it. Give it right back to Nordic Stars. And that's fired in by Jake, but Jake was not able to get that through. And now I'm still in last game mode. CNL had an offensive chance, 3-on-2 there. Nordic Stars shut that down. Eddie there goes around the corner to his John, who is a natural goal scorer, the top goal point getter for the Nordic Stars, and a big reason why they are able to be competitive in many games. Nordic Stars still with possession in the neutral zone. Throws it off of Aaron Carity's foot there, and Dan Hansky passes it across. We have a stoppage of play. Not sure. It looks like the net's off. It's a nice pass across the crease by Dan Hansky. We just couldn't get anyone with the stick in front of it to put that away. .58 left in the first half. Just over 2 minutes played here so far. CNL put up an early goal by Max Johnson, so it's 1-0 over Nordic Stars. CNL wins the draw. Back to Max, who passes across to Rhodey. Back to Max, who pushes it up. Aaron Carity for Nordic Stars tries to dump that. Rhodey retreats, picks that up, passes it alongside the boards. Good entry for CNL, going in the corner. CNL comes up with that and pushes it just off of the goalie's glove, and that almost snuck in behind him, but a defenseman comes in and knocks that away. Carity with the ball now in the neutral zone. Needs to get it out, does. Dumps that in, and he's going to get a change as well as the rest of the Nordic Stars forwards. Swanson passes it up to Johnson, who takes a look, has to chase the ball. It's stuck away from him just a little bit, gives it over to Rhodey, who comes across the middle. Johnson breaks forward, but he's not going anywhere. Good pass by Rhodey. And that ended up being a quality shot. Just deflected away by the goalie. CNL still with possession, gives it up to Johnson on top. Back over along the boards, and he'll go back to Johnson on top. Over to Mike Rohde, who's at the blue line on the bench side. That pass is deflected by Jake from Nordic Stars, and they had no support, so they go ahead and just dump that down for the retreating CNL to pick up and come back out. Rohde now with the ball. He's going to go ahead and chip that down. That just sneaks under the glove of the Nordic Stars defenseman, causing a 3-on-2 fast break, but fortunately for the Nordic Stars, that shot gets blocked out in front. Rohde at the top of the zone here. We get in deep in the corner, just too far in front to take an offensive possession. Passes it to the middle slot there. Loses that, but and they'll let it come out, and everything will reset. Getting good pressure in. Nordic Stars getting good pressure in on that. Retreats back to the goalies. Corey Swanson, who dishes that back out. Kurt Nelson now with the ball at center ice, trying to find a lane to take for the ball himself. Gets that possession in the offensive zone. Shot now. That's deflected out in front by Jake. Corey comes all the way to the boards, plays that up to his defenseman, takes a look, sees what he has in front of him. He's going to go ahead and slide that across to his D partner. He takes a look, slides it back. Now they got Nelson along. Oh, sorry, that's not Nelson, along the boards. Except Purington was there. I apologize. That was Purington. And he loses possession for an icing. Sticks and Stones fire that down, and CNL will be happy to take the icing call. Face-off will be deep down in Nordic Stars' defensive zone to the right of their goalie. John will take it, and Purington will take it for CNL. John wins it for Nordic Stars. Eddie takes it behind the net. Their goalie is going to come out and be a third defenseman for him, but thinks otherwise and goes back to his crease. That was good because they've now had a great transition offensive break-in. A 3-on-2 that just got eaten up quickly with a good back check by Purington. It's a good forecheck there by Nordic Stars, but unfortunately they're unable to come away with the ball there. No zone for CNL yet. Now they do. Good flip across ice. We're trying to open things up a little bit. Good pass middle. And Kurt Nelson just misses wide right. And goes and gets his own rebound. And he's going to now take a look, try to set something up. He's in the top of the slot there. CNL had good possession. Great defensive work there by Nordic Stars to get that loose ball and dump that. CNL takes a line change. Get some fresh runners out there. Good pass across to the top of the slot. Good save by the goalie. He didn't know where it was for just a second. We will have a stoppage of play with 13:07 left to play in the first half. CNL leads Nordic Stars 1-0. Whoa, there's not 13:07. What in the world? Correction, that's 10:18. And there is a goal. Correction, that's 10:18. And there is a goal. All right, so now 10:08 left. Oh, and the Nordic Stars almost have a immediate answer, but just had an unfortunate bounce. Daniel Hamsky, brother of Broomball sister legends Crystal and Lori Hamsky, just couldn't quite finish that. Renville there almost had a forced turnover right in front of the net, which would have been another key scoring situation. Unfortunately, it seems like they don't have much ball bounce luck right now because they have had a couple close opportunities and just nothing coming from them. Good shot by the Wrights Point D. Good. Nordic Stars tries to chase it down. Dan Hansky almost has it. Instead, CNL now has a 2-on-0, and we'll see if they can make something happen out of this. Oh, and we'll have a save here. We had almost a 3-on-0 there on the goalie, but fortunately for Nordic, they're not able to get a quality shot off. It ends up in the lap of the Nordic goalie. Face-off's going to be deep in the Nordic zone, just to the left of the keeper. .9:11 left in the first half. CNL plays it up top. CNL moves the ball so well. It's just fun to watch their guys move and their stick handling, the ability to thread a needle. That was a great shot there. That's almost snuck all the way through, but just dribbled across the crease. And we're going to have, nope, no high broom. I thought it was, but that's okay. I'm not their official. No high broom. Referee waves it off, so he was very sure that it wasn't. Which Nordic Stars have to retreat, get out of the zone so they can come back in. Eddie looks like he might be wanting to dump it. Doesn't quite get over the defender. So now CNL turns back, and they're going to have possession. No zone yet. Now they do. Gets it over to the left slot. Now back up top to the point. Good shot. Down low. Good save by Nordic. Good rebound control there by Jake. Way to eat that up. He gives it back to his defender, who's able to give it right back. Fortunately, he has to end up dumping it, and there will be an icing on that play. Face-off dot deep in the Nordic zone, just to the left of the goalie. Looks like Kurt Nelson will take it here against John. Nordic Stars ends up with the face-off draw. Goes to the goalie, who's way out of the net. That's how they like to play, though. Empty net. Kurt Nelson just missed that opportunity on an empty net. John got in front of it and was able to keep it from being further threat. Corey tries to give it to his defenseman. Misses the pass, which got cut off. Fortunately, with a good back check, CNL is able to avoid catastrophe with that. Now CNL has their offensive zone possession. Gives it backside to good. I'm not sure. Was that a save? I'm not sure if that was a save or off the post, but either way, no goal. And bit of brilliance there by CNL just to create that opportunity. Good physical play by Nordic Stars to cause the turnover there along the boards. Drops it back to John, who's in the corner. He's got a streaker. Jake's there, but he's going to get caught. See if he can get the shot off. Not quite. Good challenge by Swanson, who comes out to make the save. Good back check, though, by Johnson, who's earned his captainship with that play alone. Good battle on the boards here between Nordic and CNL. You got Purington versus Purington comes out with that battle and hands it over to Johnson. Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication there. And Renville's able to pick that up. He gets possession right away. Will stop. He'll come back, come into his defenseman. But he was getting back checked, so that's an immediate turnover. We now have a 4-on-2 with a trailer for CNL. See if they can make something happen. They're going to pass the middle. And that shot just goes high. May have been deflected by Dan Hansky. Ball's behind the net. Goes behind the net to the right point. Tries to thread the needle across there. Gets to Jonty, but gets deflected and dumped in by Aaron Carity for Nordic Stars. We're going to have an icing. Rhodey apparently couldn't get to that ball, and the referee agrees. So that will be blown dead. 5:31 left in the first half. 2-0 CNL over Nordic Stars. Faceoff's going to be deep in the Nordic zone to the right of their goalie. CNL wins it, gets it up to the point for Rhodey, who gives it back to the slot. Going to go across the street ice to Zajanti, but decides the other of it, gives it back to Rhodey, who then coughs it up to Nordic Stars. Off the foot of Nordic Stars, back to CNL. Mike Rhodey has it on the left point, pushes it across to Vandy. Vandy causes Vandy's pass is turned over to Renville, who pushes it up the ice. That's is in the neutral zone, and now Nordic Stars dumps and chases. Corey Swanson will come out and play that behind the net. Jonty misread that and was had to make a run for that ball. Nordic Stars with good possession here, gets it up top to the defenseman. 4:30 left in the first half. CNL with a good breakout, had a runner, and he tried to force that pass. It was there a second ago, and the good back check by Nordic's defense shut that down and turned it over. Gives it up to the goalie. Goalie tries to make a run, looks for the pass to John. That just misses. Now CNL has a chance for a shot. Or they don't take it. Now they do. Blocker saved by the Nordic's goalie. That was a wide open chance as well, point blank, and that blocker served him well there. Another chance. I think that was off the post and went behind the net. Nordic Stars almost came out with that, but coughed up the ball there, dumps it, which goes down to deep to Swanson. Gives it up to his defenseman. Mackey with the ball there. No. Purrington with the ball. Just able to dish it out center. Oh, good defensive stick there. That saved that wide open chance on a beauty of a play by CNL and Eric Mackey. Lots of extracurriculars happening so far this game. And we are going to now get a minor penalty against Nordic Stars. Against number 10. He'll have 2 minutes for unnecessary roughness or interference, or pick your poison. CNL wins the draw. Back to Jonty. Jonty gives it over to Nelson. Nelson back to Jonty. Back to Nelson. Goes across ice. That pass gets intercepted by Hamsky. Hamsky to John. John's going to try and run it, but he does need to get it out of the zone. Coughs it up, but Hamsky's able to make a nice play. Get that back to John, who's able to take it deep into the corner. 1:35 left on the power play. Oh, and Swanson's not quite able to. No goal. The ball's in the net. The ball's in the net, but the referee signaled right away. No goal. Hand pass in the crease. A lot of excitement. A lot of chatter down on the ice. Hamsky's all smiles. They're not arguing it anymore. But the bench is. But the guys on the ice aren't. Not sure what happened. Didn't see it 100% with my own eyes. But have to trust a referee to make a quick call like that. Swanson plays it up to Jonty after the faceoff drop. Jonty over to the left side, gets it in. Jonty with it at the top of the point. Dishes it down. Now back to Jonty at the top. Goes to the right slot. Pass or shot gets deflected. Almost sneaks in between 5-hole, but able to close that down. 50 seconds left in the power play for CNL. Nordic just a bit ago almost had a shorthanded goal that was waved off for a hand pass in the crease. Good dish down to, but that was a no-angle shot. Hits the side of the net. Nordic now comes out with the ball in the corner, and they're going to try and kill the penalty along the boards. This can be a risky play on the penalty kill because you don't have numbers in your favor. Jonty gets it to the top, gets it over to the right slot, and that shot's deflected and dumped in by Nordic Stars. 1:25 left to go in the half. 15 seconds in the power play for CNL. Jonty gives it up to Mike Rohde at the blue line, who gets possession. They get it back up to Jonty at the top of the point. Gets down to the left slot to Vanderwalker. Back to Jonty, who shoots. That was kicked in the air. Penalty over for Nordic Stars. And I think the best chance went to Nordic Stars, but didn't quite get the call they were hoping for. 50 seconds left in the half. Up to Rohde, who fakes a shot, passes over to Jonty on the right slot, takes a shot. That's deflected by Hamsky, I believe. Gets it over to the boards. Corner for CNL. Up to the right point for Jonty, who passes it over to a little bit of an errant pass there across the blue line. Gives it up to Rohde, who tries to give it back. That pass is deflected. But Purington's able to go get that, but does a backhand pass back to Rohde, who's going to look for a shot. 15 seconds left. Nope, gives it up. Cuts in, gets the ball back. He's not able to do anything with that. Got tied up from a defender back checking. Jonty takes a shot. Misses left, wide left, but almost had a backdoor finisher, and that'll do it for the first half. Not quite. Okay, am I there now? Here I am. Welcome back to the start of the second half, where we have CNL leading Nordic Stars 2-0. Been a pretty good game so far. Very, very crisp. Nordic's had a couple chances. They actually had the ball in the back of their net for a goal, but that was waved off for a hand pass in the crease. John plays it over to his goalie, who plays it over to Eddie along the left boards there. And he's going to look to great play by Mackey, who's maybe the shortest guy on the ice, but made a great jumping play. They causing a turnover for a 3-on-2. Good save by their goalie, who almost gave up a rebound juicy enough for Mackey to finish, but is able to cover that and get the stoppage of play. And kind of a draw on that one, but in the favor of Nordic Stars. Goalie plays it from behind the net. His defenseman along the right boards here. John with it at center ice, gets it in the zone, but is chased down hard by Purington, who sees Mackey, and Mackey makes a great diving stop to keep possession, gets a great shot, top of the slot, dead center, and good glove save by the Nordic tender. Eddie tries to fire that up boards, gets that to stop, and gets dished out to Nelson in front, but he gets a piece of it, but not as good enough as the keeper for Nordic makes a great kick save. Nordic goalie keeps it behind the net, and he fires it down. Doesn't have anybody there. So CNL will start in the neutral zone trying to get possession. And that's fired down and possessed by Nordic. Nordic sees Renville across the ice, dishes it up to John, who cuts middle. Makes a good move there, has the blue line, dishes it over, gives it back up to John in the left slot. Gets deflected there. Oh, off the crossbar from the low left slot, right along the hash marks on the boards there. And that shot's put high and wide. John's able to come and get that ball, that loose ball at the top there. And we're looking for a call there. For number 9's looking for a call, but just needs to stay in the game. There was no call being made there, and John fires that deep into the corner and lets his team battle it out. He coughs it out, which is perfect play. John goes and gets that ball. Left slot there. He goes up to the high point there, left high point. Good shot, layer low, deflected away by the CNL defenders. Gives it over to John. He cuts center, stops, takes a look. He wants to see what he could see. John over at the left slot on the boards gets it up to the top point. Good shot, good save by Swanson. That was probably screened and was bouncing on him, and he was able to just knock that away into the boards. CNL with the ball now, whips it around behind the net to Vanderwalker. Vanderwalker takes a look, sees what he can see. Cuts back in towards center ice. Center of the ice. Still in his defensive zone. Sees a streaker coming across, isn't able to hit him off the boards. That's a turnover for Nordic Stars. Up to Hamsky, who crosses the blue line, takes the zone. Hamsky cuts center, tries to fire. That's deflected by Rhodey. Nordic still in possession. For Carity, just tries to do a hand pass to himself and misses and loses the ball into the corner. Jonty picks it up, dishes it up there in the middle, and they're able to get a great scoring opportunity. The ball into the corner. Jonty picks it up, dishes it up there in the middle, and they're able to get a great scoring opportunity. That was a great hand move to a finish. Had him going one way, brought it back the other. There's not a lot a goalie can do on a play like that. He was left high and dry and just tucks it in near post. Just under 13 minutes left to play here. 3-0. CNL Excavating leads the Nordic Stars. 12. Jonty dishes it over. And that's going to probably be an icing. Yep. He thought he had a runner and ended up not having anybody. That bounces off the boards and into icing territory. The ball will come back out for a faceoff. Deep in the CNL defensive zone, just to the right of keeper Swanson. Purington versus Hamsky. Sorry, Nelson versus Hamsky. Nelson wins. Jonty plays it behind the net, up to Nelson, who cuts middle. They have a 3-on-2 with a trailer. Good pass there by Nelson to Purington, streaking hard. Defensively sound back check there by number 16 on Nordic Stars. Purington takes a look at the low slot there. Fires it net middle to Mackey, but that was a little off kilter. Turnover for Nordic. Get a little bit of excited and cause their own turnover at the blue line. Dangerous pass that gets intercepted by Nordic Stars. Good hands there for a little bit anyways by Kurt Nelson. Ends up coughing it up, and Nordic Stars do go ahead and dump it out and get a couple changes while they can. Mackey plays it to Nelson, who chips it off to Purington along the boards. That's just too far in front of them, and they're able to play it back to their goalie for Nordic Stars to retreat and come back with it. Good strong pass to Jake by their goalie along the blue line. That gets them possession, but coughs it up because he had a 3-on-1 that he couldn't get around. Jake takes a look. Had two guys. Had to force a pass because he was getting pressured. Causes a turnover. Rhodey with the ball. Right in front of his keeper. Backpedaling. Taking a look. Letting his line offense get a line change. Now Nordic Stars, he realizes it. Goes after him. Over pursues. Passes a little off kilter. Otherwise they would have had a good entrance into their offensive zone. Keeps his head up. Comes through the neutral zone. Flips it. Nordic's goalie plays it back down. Runs it up. Sees John, new after the line change, but just didn't quite hit him in stride. Just puts it too far in front of him. Now Vander Walker goes to the corner, grabs that ball, takes a soft pass to the slot, fakes a shot there. He's gonna try and center it there. No, he keeps it. He's on his knees. Now he fires it. That's deflected by John. Takes it behind the net. He fires it from behind the net off the boards. That's gonna have to be played as it's on net. Johnson now takes a look, sees his teammate, tries to get the zone. No zone yet. Johnson keeps possession. Good find there in the center. Nordic got a little bit clustered towards the boards, left the middle wide open, and CNL is able to take good advantage of that. Vander Walker wins it off the boards to his defenseman. His defenseman stick handles back. Oh, tries to make a pass to Vander Walker. That gets cut, and a 2-on-2 going back the other way. Now a 3-on-2 because of some changes. So now a 2-on-1. And great save by Swanson, who just stuck his glove out. He was completely beat, but got his glove just in time. One. And great save by Swanson, who just stuck it. Nordic Stars goes back to their goalie, who takes a look, slows it down, just under 9 minutes left to play. He wants his team to move for him. That was tipped, so no icing. That did go all the way through, but tipped at the blue line. Swanson plays up to the defenseman, who sees his center. That's good good turnover there. Couple shots that were blocked in front leaves Carity with a wide open chance. He's not able to put it on net or get a deflection out of his teammate. John now in the left slot, has his defenseman cutting, tries to see him, but the CNL quickly pinched that off. Missed the net. There it is. Knew that was coming soon, and it did. We felt it. Cutting, tries to see him, but the CNL quickly pinched that off. Missed the net. There it is. Knew that was coming soon, and it did. We felt it. But an unlucky bounce there for CNL. Not much Swanson could do about that. And we have a new game, 3-1. Nordic Stars goalie goes behind the net, settles the ball down with his glove. Those balls, when they spin, they're hard to play with. It's hard to get a solid pass or shot when they're spinning. It's not as accurate, so tries to settle that down. Stars breaking in to their zone, have the offensive zone, tries to get it deep, can't. Gets deflected up front. Still with possession. Nordic Stars gets taken down. That's going to be called on the backside. We're going to have a penalty. Tries to get it deep. Can't. Gets deflected up front. Still with possession. Nordic Stars gets taken down. That's going to be called on the backside. We're going to have a penalty. Looked to be a good call for the referee against number 8 on CNL. 2-minute minor penalty tripping. Nordic will have their first power play of the game. Good timing too. They just put one in to bring this game to within 2. It's 3-1 for CNL. If Nordic gets another one here on the power play, it's going to be a whole new ball game. Good win by Nordic Stars, but the defenseman just lost his footing and couldn't get quite the shot he wanted. That's okay. John comes up with the rebound. Great shot. Nobody saw it, but it's deflected out in front. John gets the rebound left slot, gets it down low to goal line extended. Good poke check by keeper Swanson. John always gets that ball in the corner. He's going to get it up top to the top of the point there. Who's going to look for a shooting deflection. Unfortunately, that's defended out front by CNL, by Pierington. Gets it over to John, who's now got 2 guys on him. He is one of the best ball handlers on the ice whenever he's playing. Nordic along the right slot there, gets it up high, gets it over left for John, who's going to come and play it back. He's getting pressured hard by Jonty. Gets it over to the right slot. He carries high to the point, dishes it up to John, who looks for the cutter. That's read beautifully by CNL and cut off. They dump it, and we'll go ahead and let Nordic chase that down. No line changes for either side. No one's moving right now. Everyone's tired. It's been a long game, long week. Nordic tries to get that through, but they're not able to. CNL comes up with 40 seconds left. They're trying to re-enter into the offensive zone. Bad pass there, gets intercepted by Pierington, and he's got there. Pierington is with Jonty, streaking across the ice. Great save by the goalie. Jonty thinks wiser of trying to force the shot, guesses it out to his team, and they will retreat back into their own zone, killing off more of the penalty. That was an odd choice there by Pierington to keep that ball and trying to make a save. A brilliant save, by the way, for the Nordic keeper. But he had Jonty wide open, sitting backdoor, and decided to keep it himself, turning into the shot. Nordic CNL is now full strength, with the best chance in that penalty going to the penalty killers. CNL tries to play it off the boards. John is able to read that. He gets it, uses his body but then loses it along the boards. Comes across the ice to the slot, middle slot. Gives it up to Johnson at the point, who takes a shot, misses wide left, hits the back of the net. .440 left to play. Johnson shoots that just to get it deep in the corner. He didn't like what he saw and didn't want to cough it up as the last man back, so he gets that down in the corner. Their goalie comes out, plays it, misfires it in the back of the net, still able to keep it though. Takes a look, tries to go long, sees Jake, who gets a good touch on it, keeps it, crosses into the zone, keeps possession, gives it up to John, who's going to fire that. That's a shot blocked there by CNL, right into the gut. And they're able to now start their transition, get new fresh legs out there. Wholesale change. Gives it back to Johnson, who's taking a look, seeing Vanderwalker, misfires that, but still able to come up with it. Vanderwalker now enters the zone. And we're going to have another minor penalty here with 3:41 left in the half. 2-minute minor to number 19 for Nordic Stars. Vanda Walker was taken down rather hard, and the ref didn't like what he saw, threw his hand up, called the penalty. Face-off is won by CNL. Gets it up to Johnson. Dishes it down to Nelson on the slot there, right slot there. Gives it back up to the top point for Jonty. Back over to Nelson. Nelson takes a shot, deflected or blocked in front. Comes out to Renville, who makes a diving play to make sure that they gets out of the zone. And we have another minor penalty for goaltender interference, I believe. Corey came out, took out Dan Hamsky. The ball had gone past both of them, and so they're going to call Corey Swanson on a minor penalty, 2 minutes for tripping. What number is he? Yeah. On, am I? Oh my goodness. Okay, here we are. So, 4-on-4 for a minute 33, then a 27-second power play for Nordic Stars. They can capitalize on the open ice here with it being 4-on-4, and take advantage of the next 3 minutes. They could tie this game up pretty quickly. Face-off's going to be deep in the CNL zone, just to the right of Swanson. Good face-off draw for Nordic. Tied him up, but was able to use his feet to knock it loose. There you go and collect the ball there. Passing it back and forth at the blue line. Good pressure here by CNL, making the Nordic Stars feel very uncomfortable. Coughing it up along the boards. Jonty dishes it over to Rhodey, who goes back to Jonty. Jonty retreats back to his zone. The Nordic Stars are going to have to pressure this because they do need the ball in order to score. No duh. But if they don't pressure, Jonty's more than happy to just stand there, pass back and forth between him and his teammates, retreating back into their zone if necessary. Rhodey does try to flip a pass. That gets deflected in front. Turnover for Nordic Stars, breaking into their own zone. They do have the zone now, but cough it up to Rhodey. Rhodey's taking a look. Goes back. Tries to do a hand pass. Gets it through to Pearington. Pearington goes up these left side boards here. Comes across, down with it. That's a great hustle play by him. Good effort. Now we do have 2 minutes left here in the game. Pearington just ran half the length of the ice and went all the way around the corner. Dishes it back up to Jonty, who's just trying to eat the time here at the top of the point. He's going to decide to take it back out of the zone, which as the new rule this year does no longer penalize the other team. It used to be a dead ball. No longer is that the case. And he takes it back out to kill the rest of the penalty. Nordic is on the power play now for another 16 seconds. And they're going to have to get some people on the ball carrier for pressure. Jonty tries to go over the defender. Good shot there. We have no goalie here for Nordic Stars. Power play is over for CNL. Good glove save there by Swanson. A couple big saves from good shooters from Nordic Stars. 1:05 left to play. And looks like they actually kept the Nordic goalie in. Not sure why. Unless they're just content to take the 2-goal differential with a loss. Goes to the goalie, dishes up to John, takes takes his own, has a good pass across to Hamsky. Hamsky tries to fire that in, gets deflected. Corey plays it out to the corner. Jonty plays it up boards to his guy, and it's a 2-on-1 right now. They're going to slow it down. Takes a good shot. That goes over the net. No chance for a rebound there if that hit the top of the glass. CNL takes it behind the net into the other opposite corner. Takes a look up, has a cutter, doesn't use them. Takes another look, sees what he's got. He's going to go back down low. Nope, he's going to keep it. Dish across the middle to Johnson, but that pass just wasn't going to connect. Now we have one more with 1 second, and that'll do it. For a score of 3-1, CNL over Nordic Stars in the nightcap of the first night of the Minnesota State Broomball Championships. I'm getting messed up with